So the beautiful thing about working in the nonprofit space is there's a mission that ties people together. People are attracted to come to that type of organization because they love the purpose and the mission of the nonprofit, and it's also it's what builds great culture. And I love that. It's one of the reasons why I love the space is because of the culture that it creates. When you're so tied together though, and you almost are like a family, you tend to give a lot of grace to people in their positions. One of the things that happens, and I've seen it over and over again in the finance department, is that you've got somebody who's perfectly willing, super lovely, but doesn't necessarily have the expertise that you need in that role. And it ends up in the end kind of hurting the organization because that doesn't help you build a strong foundation. If you have a cracked foundation, you can't deliver the programmatic results that you want to. And ultimately your nonprofit will fail. And so I always tell the finance team, it's our job to build that strong foundation that the program team can launch from and do the incredibly important work that they do. So getting the right expertise in the role is very important. You want the right person doing the right thing. At Signature Analytics, we do a full people assessment when we come into an organization so that we can see, is someone passionate about the work they're doing? Are they an expert in this space? What other tools do they need in order to be successful in their role? And that helps us see where we need to dive in and make a difference. The other thing that I see with staffing many times is that you have sometimes a turnover situation where you've got a staff left their position, but they didn't leave behind any process documentation. And now you have a situation where you're like, what was that person doing? Like, what is this process? And you can't repeat it because it's not documented in a formal SOP. So we also highly recommend that be done. And in addition, I've seen that happen with passwords. What are the passwords on these accounts? And why weren't those passwords shared with the team in some sort of password manager? So when that person leaves, you want to be in a situation as an organization where you don't skip a beat. You just keep plodding right along because you know that you have the documentation that you can leverage, you know where the passwords are, and you're able to handle a vacant position. And that way you don't leave the organization up to risk.